We have a guest with us today who is trying to take New Orleans off the list of America's sanctuary cities. Our guest says being a sanctuary city, serves as, quote, a magnet for illegal immigrants. Louisiana's Attorney General, Jeff Landry, is with us now. I believe, Mr. Attorney General, that this would be the first city to drop that status as a sanctuary city, correct?
It certainly would be the first major city. We actually have had a parish, a county equivalent, actually reverse their policy this year because the new sheriff took over, and we pushed through this year legislation that ended up failing in the House, a way to defund cities or municipalities or counties or parishes when they engage in sanctuary city policy. So we've had one reversal. We'd love to see a major city like New Orleans reverse course. Why?
Did you have a big problem with illegals going straight to New Orleans because it is a sanctuary city?
Well, the problem is that we have a problem with illegal immigration in this country. And what we've seen is that American citizens have been victimized by illegal immigrants who come into this country. Not all of them, but many of them come in and commit a number of crimes. And so just several weeks ago, we had a fire chief who was killed in the line of duty by an illegal who was driving a bus and who had been arrested multiple times for both traffic violations and some major crimes. And we've seen this time and time again. In sanctuary cities, what happens is the law enforcement officers are basically prohibited from collaborating with ICE so that we deport those illegals who are causing havoc inside of our country and inside of our communities. It's a public safety crisis.
Now, is there anything to stop you doing this? I mean, you say, right, we're not going to be a sanctuary city. What's stopping you from not being a sanctuary city?
Well, actually, what we did was we've gotten a tremendous amount of cooperation with Congress. Both Representative Gowdy and Representative Culberson, through their committees, have basically put pressure on the administration, recognizing that federal grants going to these cities, if they have sanctuary city policies, they could be in violation of federal law. And that if you're in violation of federal law, you can have your funds withdrawn or withheld, and that's starting to put pressure on these cities to reverse course.
So essentially, the federal government under President Obama is saying you can be a sanctuary city and you still get federal funds, even though you're not supposed to get federal funds because what you're doing with immigration. Is that accurate?
Exactly. What we saw in New Orleans was that the Department of Justice actually came in through a consent decree and basically mandated to the city that it adopt sanctuary city policies. Then, after a number of pressure was put by both myself, Representative Gowdy, and Representative Culberson, the Department of Justice basically reversed course and substantively changed that policy.
Got it. Jeff Landry, Attorney General of the great state of Louisiana, thank you very much for joining us, sir.